investigators gone that far to make connections? I'm joined by somebody who has been tracking every one of these stories, connecting the dots herself, asking the questions that others aren't. Los Angeles Magazine contributor, Lauren Conlin. Great to see you again, not wearing an alien dress. Totally fine.
Not tonight.
Who is this guy, Garcia?
Steven Garcia, man, Jesse, this one is chilling to me because, as you said, it echoes Neil McCaslin's disappearance right down to
It's like the same thing.
The same thing, the state of New Mexico. So Steven Garcia, I mean, he had a top security clearance at KCNSC.
Is that per a source, though? A source said that,
This
right?
is per a source.
Okay.
Yes, per a source that was close to Garcia. But look, where he worked at KCNSC, I mean, they manufacture 80% of non-nuclear components that go into building military nuclear weapons. And I mean, he oversaw tens of millions of dollars of assets, equipment, some classified, some not. I mean, we don't know what was going on in this guy's head, right? The officials had said that he may have been a danger to himself. He was seen carrying a gun. And it sounds crazy, but between Garcia and General McCaslin, I have to wonder, and again, I know this sounds crazy, but it could be an option here. I mean, is the government doing this? Are they taking out their own people because of XYZ? And wait, I want to point something else out to you, Jesse.
I don't even want to
literally,
interrupt
I'm
you.
on a roll. I'm on a roll. But tomorrow, April 14th, that is when Rep. Anna Luna gave Pete Hegseth this deadline. She requested 46 UAP videos, and look, there's a good reason behind it. I mean, these videos she detailed in this filing, and they say, you know, Iran, XYZ date, you know, 2022, Syria, XYZ date, shaped like a cigar. You know, this is a matter of national security, and this is important because in real time, we don't know what's in the sky. We don't know if this is some kind of, you know, a UAP. We don't know if it's a drone. We don't know enough.
Are you getting any official word from authorities, investigators that are maybe trying to link these 10 episodes? Are they all disconnected? They're saying you can't make a connection because, again, I mean, you think you laid it out very well. There are eerie similarities.
Of course there are. You're absolutely right. And I've reached out to Rep. Burleson's office, Rep. Burchett's office, and I did hear back from Burleson's office last week. And look, they said, you know, they haven't heard directly from the White House, and they haven't brought up General McCaslin's disappearance at all. They were being very safe with me, I want to say. Rep. Burchett's office didn't respond to me at all, but Burchett just said, I forget what show he was on, but he just said he talked to, quote, folks at the White House about this, and that President Trump is about to do some disrupting. I just don't believe it. Obama tried to release these UFO files. Clinton tried to release them. Nothing happened. I get it. People think Trump is different, but what's so different? I mean,
there has been a lot of questions about, did they get any call? Did they get any messages? Because just to leave the house, allegedly armed, in such a strange way. I mean, even with McCaslin, there's an allegation that he didn't want to be found. And anything about what they were up to in the days, weeks, hours before?
So there is nothing public, and I mean, I am digging right now.
Yeah.
It's tough. You want to reach out to family members, you want to reach out to friends, but you want to do it in a way that's not so invasive. I mean, their family members are missing. This is very serious. And you know, I saw a Facebook post, Steven Garcia's, I think it was his niece, who was like, has anyone seen my uncle? Just begging, pleading. And so you really have to think about, the protections for whistleblowers as well.
100%.
There's so much that needs to be said, and it's terrible.
You might not know the answer to this. Did they know each other? Did any of these people know each other, work together in the same Venn diagram? I mentioned New Mexico together, but...
Right, well, we discussed last week, we discussed Monica Reza, who worked alongside or underneath Neil McCaslin, and they both were stationed at Wright-Patterson. So there is a connection there. You know, I haven't made connections between any of the others just yet. I do know that it is interesting. Carl Grillmayer, I've been looking into his death, the Caltech astrophysicist. I did notice some neighbors in the area, and he lives in a very remote area. They also worked in aerospace research, which, again, I wish I had all day to focus on this story, Jesse. I really do. But I'll get there.
It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's being amplified again and again and again because this is so strange on so many different levels. I know you're going to stay on top of it. Lauren Conlin, great to see you. Thanks for giving us some insight.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
You got it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.